RFK Jr. to HHS Secretary, Dave Weldon to CDC Director, that any of that will erode trust in vaccination?
You know, I think all of us can agree that there's an increase of vaccine hesitancy. And I think it comes from people not believing what the government is telling them. The fact that the CDC Committee for Vaccines and the FDA Committee for Vaccines said for COVID boosters that you should take a booster if you're over 65. And yet the Biden administration and Rochelle Walensky actually politicized that, didn't follow the science, and said you should boost your 6-month-old. And the American public is rejecting this. Only about 20% of the American public of all ages is taking the COVID booster because the government hasn't been honest with us.
Well,
that dishonesty has led to vaccine hesitancy.
Other vaccines as well, not just COVID vaccines. There's concern about measles.
Right, but people have to believe it. Exactly, but people are doubting because they're being told that. I'll give you an example. Look, I think vaccines, smallpox, the story of smallpox vaccine, polio vaccine are some of the most miraculous discoveries in all of medicine. And I'm not against vaccines. But like when my kids were little, the hepatitis B vaccine, they still want to give it to them as a newborn. My baby's new and just, come into the world. And you can see how a lot of reasonable people say, why do I have to do it as a newborn? Couldn't I come back in 3 months or 6 months? So really it's about choice. It's about getting rid of mandates. It's about letting people participate, but it's also about the government being honest. What are the risks and what are the benefits? And they haven't been honest on COVID because healthy children do not die from COVID, do not get seriously sick, and there's no proof that the vaccine has any medical benefit for healthy children.